So what I'm doing is I'm adding two new properties to my album class. One's a string, one's a bool. I want the first one, the country of origin, to be a radio, and I want this in stock to be a yes, no, true, false value, and I want it to be a checkbox. And I am going to like add these two fields to my index view so I can see those values. So this is just again to see how I can tie a model value to a view. So that's the whole idea. So let me build it. Okay, so I got a clean build. So now what I want to do is I want to go to my index view. So index view, not the test view. I want to go to my index view, right? And here, wherever I have my other data, I just want to add my new fields. So I want so if you see this one, this is just display name for. So while we are at it, this is called as strongly typed HTML helpers. What that does mean is instead of using like literals here saying instead of saying this, we are saying this is a model item and I want country of origin. So there is really no room for mistake here. So if you don't want to use the string literals, instead if you want it to be like strongly typed, like really connected, you just say display name for. Display name for, what it does is it creates the label for us. It takes the name that is part of country of origin. If that's the name, that's what is being taken. We can override it. That we'll see in the data annotations when we see next chapter. But by default, the name of the field as it is given in the class, that will be displayed when you say display name for. So we got the title here. Now we want the values. So here I'm going to copy this one. Here I want item dot so here I don't want to use display for. I want it to be displayed in a specific way. When I say display for, only the value will be like displayed. Let us say that I want these to be either a radio or a checkbox. So this is going to be a checkbox, right? So I say checkbox for the model item. Here I say radio button for model item. So radio button has multiple values, right? Let's say this has 3 values. So we give the value here saying country of origin is US, again the name has to be the same. Country of origin is the name, and then we have this. So let's build it now. So this is my page now. This is the index page, not the test page. And here if you see in stock the my display for, display name for, and this is going to be display name for also. So display name for took the name of my field as defined in the album.cs and threw it here. Same here. Again, like I said before, this is not how we display it for a real production version of any website. We want it to be all nicely formatted, and that we'll cover in next chapter. So but you can see here that I have the fields exposed as radio button and also checkbox. So let me stop this. Let us go and just modify the value of a couple of these guys. um, let me connect to my database. Let me make sure that the values are there, because if I remember right, the last time when I created the database, I said every time the model changes, you have to redo the database and then do the seed method again, right? So that's what's happened here. So if you see here, I have the country of origin and in stock. And I know like some of you had difficulty with not finding the data connection. Remember always that you have to go to that page, the store manager index at list every time before you can see any updates to your table. And you have to make sure that you're not running the application and keeping the database connection open at the same time. Because if this is open and I'm running the application, that's going to throw some errors. So just something to remember. So let's add some data here to this table. Like see, I don't have anything in country of origin, right, for this guy. Let me go to the last guy. Okay, this A Copland, I'm going to say this was US. And then I'm going to say in stock. That's the only record I'm going to update. Close the table. Remember always to disconnect from your music store database. You can say close connection. That way it won't cause any problems. Now let me go run my application. Like I said, if my connection is still open, okay, close everything. Let me disconnect. Close connection. Close out of it.